Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. So, today is Wednesday, and we missed out yesterday some ongoing technical issues, some power outages. Anyway, we finished up the four concepts that we had, you know, spoken about in the last 3-4 days time. Now, today, what we want to take up is how do we prioritize our goals, desires, or whatever the problems or issues. Because what happens is all these four concepts work if you know where you want to travel. Unless you know your destination, you do not know which train you want to pick up, right? Or which flight you want to take, or whatever mode of transport. Here, how does the transport take place? It takes place between the mind. And mind is such an abstract thing. It's not we cannot even consider it as a part of the body, but it is the only one that controls all the actions of our body through the brain, right? So, how do we prioritize? There are different methods. The method which I like the most is, first of all, we have to make our confused mind clearer. Everybody's mind is quite confused every now and then. They have some or the other issues by which they get confused. So you take a piece of paper, write down at least 5 things that you want in your life. So that is going to be your work just now. If you are able to do it right now, do it right now, or let it be as a homework, but you have to do it if you want to really are serious about taking your life at the next level. Once you finish those 5 things that you want to write or you want to get, another set of 5. So in all, make it as 10. So 10 goals or desires or 10 priorities or 10 items that you want in your life is there already. Okay. So what is the next section? You will say, oh, okay, okay, we have written 10. But now what next? Yes, what next? Next is how to arrive at which is going to be a very first priority. There are different passion tests and everything that are by research. A number of people have devised those passion tests and they have been very, very successful and very nice and amazing tests that we have. But what I use is just the emotion or the energy test. So what we do here is, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the least charge or the least energy, 10 being the highest. Okay. So we sit like this. And this is known as a mudra. This is known as a dhyan mudra or mudra for concentration and mind clarity. Sit like this. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Think of the first goal, desire, issue, problem that you've written, and see on what scale of energy does that particular goal or desire take you to, or what is the figure that comes to your mind immediately. Is it 0, or is it 10, is it 9, is it 5, is it 4, whatever it may be. Write it down against that particular thing. Do this for all the 10. After doing this, whichever has the highest number, you write down first, and the second one highest, and the third highest. Then we consider only with these 3. We are now worried about only these 3 priorities. Okay, these are the first 3 priorities. In this, you take the first priority. Now, one more thing, there could be a tie. 2 of those first priorities are having the same number. Do it only on those 2 there. And then see which comes second and which comes third or which comes first or which is one above the other. Rewrite those 3. Take the first priority only. Okay. Write down on a piece of paper the priority. Not like not where you have written all the priorities and then worked out the first 3. Take another piece of paper, write down the first priority of that. And then take a pencil with an eraser or just an eraser and tap on it and do your Ho'oponopono. Say the four phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Till the time you feel lighter in your heart. What happens is, whatever the energy charge around it is getting clearer, it's getting dissolved. Whatever the limiting beliefs, mental blocks are there. And then, after that, you use those concepts of either law of attraction or the Silva method or your Mahavastu, whatever the concepts. Based on those, that is what when we spoke about in Mahavastu that we do the counseling. This is what we do. Counseling we do only law of attraction sessions. There also we do because we unless we don't know the first priority of the person, we cannot start working on that person, and he or she cannot start working on that particular priority. Sometimes it happens that you have 10, 12, 15 priority, items on the list. But whatever the first priority you have arrived at, ultimately you work yourself out. That first priority dissolves so many others. It happens a number of times. So many of them are interlinked, and we do not know how the universe works for us. That is not our job. We have to ask the universe, give me this. In the proper fashion, if we do it, then we get it faster. And by using these concepts, it's really very fast. So, 10 items, this test of energy with mudra, this Dhyana mudra, position of your fingers. Take 3 breaths, work out your priorities. Write the first priority, do the Ho'oponopono. Once you do this, the first step is over. Then you do the concept, which we'll take up later on in the next videos. What will be the process that of each concept that you will be using? So be prepared with that first priority of yours tomorrow. We'll meet again at 10 a.m. Till then, bye. Have a nice day and God bless.